Okay, so here's a tankless flush. I'm going to start by unplugging the unit here. So just unplug it from the cord, power's off, and then go ahead and shut the gas off. Now the gas is off. And then what you want to do is go ahead and disconnect the hot and the cold ports for the flushing. So that's the cold with the blue handle. So you're going to unscrew that. And then the hot, you're going to unscrew that. And of course the blue hose is going to go over to the blue handle. I'm going to put the bucket up on the stand. And then the blue hose goes to the pump, so put that up there. And it just screws right down to the top of the pump. And it's plastic thread, so be mindful when you're going to screw it on there that it's straight, because if you start to screw it on there crooked, you'll strip the threads.
You'll feel it.
And then the hot goes to the hot side, or the red one goes to the red side, which is the hot side. And then we want to shut off the waters to the unit, which is in the very back. Yep, the blue one you can't see. Let me go over here. The blue one is straight up and down in the back, and so you're going to have to pull it toward you until it's pointing straight to the side. And then the red one, same thing, pull it toward you until it's pointing. And you might need a little wrench. You might need to put a little wrench on here to help with moving it, because they're pretty hard to move sometimes. So once those are off, then you can turn on the blue one on the top. That's going to open up where this hose is at. You're going to pull that straight down, and the hot one, you're going to pull that straight down. And so what you've done is these bottom valves, it shuts off the water going in and the water coming out of the water heater. These two top ones allows you to push vinegar into the unit and out of the unit. So this hose, you're just going to stick it in the bucket, maybe wrap it underneath that electrical wire right there, put it down in the bucket, and then you're going to take it and plug it in. And when you plug it in, it should come on, and you'll be able to tell. What you want to do is pick it up out of there, and you're going to see a nice good flow like that. So shove it back down in there. And so that is the step-by-step of how to get this thing going. And again, 3 gallons of vinegar. You can do 4 if you want, but you're going to let this sit for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then when we get done, we'll do the reverse process of shutting this back down, bleeding all the vinegar out, getting it cleaned out, and then putting it back in service. But basically, you're just going to go eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you're doing, and wait until this 45 minutes is up. Okay, so after the 45 minutes, you can go ahead and shut the power off. The pump, that's good. And then what we want to do is to help drain some of the water. Actually, let's not do that. We'll just go ahead and leave it as it is. Let's go ahead and let's get this cold water out of there. We're going to clean the filter while we've got this water here. Here, take this right here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's kind of a difficult angle.
is it?
Yeah.
Then go get a little wrench.
Yeah.
So that guy, I'm going to clean this filter out. What'd you do with the wrench? It won't work?
No, it doesn't have a grip. It doesn't have a grip on it. It just kind of slides.
Can you take that?
It's supposed to be recording. What is recording? You get it?
Gas line's in the way.
Yeah. Oh, you got it. Let's go.
Oh man, it's in there.
Yes.
I tell ya. Let's do this. So this little valve right back here, the relief valve, we're going to open up the relief valve and let some of the pressure off. And that's going to help drain this. We're going to disconnect this temporarily just to allow some of the
vinegar.
So that should flow out pretty good. I'll just reconnect that in a minute. And this guy's being a booger, so.
I can probably get it with my nails.
Okay, first time. Okay, so that guy might get a little bit of. Is it okay to use this?
Yeah.
Might get a little bit of fluid out of here, so. Yeah. And then you can do a visual. You can see that's piping clean,
Okay.
super clean. If it's not, take it out, just rinse it out in the faucet right next to the water heater and you'll be fine. And then that guy just screws right back in. There's an O-ring that sits on the inside and you can see, so it's not all the way closed yet. You can see there's a little gap right there. So just take whatever you can. You can also use like a little pair of channel locks or something, get it on the outside of this and turn it. We like to do it in here because you've got a really good feel. Little tiny pair of needle nose pliers. And just tighten it until it's snug. That's it. You don't need to go past that. It'll seal. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead. Is this your drink?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just dump this vinegar. And it's white vinegar, so you can dump this. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's get it up there.
Got it?
Yeah. Could have made a bunch of double eggs. Okay. So once that's done, what we like to do is I'm gonna go ahead and shut this cold water off right there, and that's going to enable us to take this off, cold water, put the cap back on, and then momentarily we want to leave this hot open because what we want to do is we want to flush this water heater, which means we're going to leave this open and we're going to turn this cold water on, and that's going to let water into the unit. Oh, boy.
And good.
Oh boy. It's easier if you do a little wrench on there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's easier to turn. They're pretty tight. But so you just want to run maybe 3 gallons of water, fill the bucket up about halfway, whatever. You're just flushing out all this distilled white vinegar. And at the same time, you're also cleaning out this hose. And then, once that gets pretty full, just go ahead and shut the hot water off.
Those are easy.
And then dump this. You want to get, this is going to be a mixture of vinegar that was left over in the unit. And then the fresh water coming through. So just get rid of that. And then what we want to do, a way to keep this equipment pretty clean, we go ahead and fill up the bucket with another 2 or 3 gallons of water. Focus. And then we're going to reconnect this hose on the cold side. Shut that hot off. And then we're going to take this cold hose, what it's doing now is it's going to pull water into the pump and dump it right back in. Don't need that anymore. And so we're going to plug this back in. This is going to clean the inside of the pump out, so it keeps everything nice and good on the inside. And you're just going to let that run for a minute or two. Meanwhile, this hose is done, it's cleaned out. Take that off. Put that cap back on. So now the two ports that we use for flushing are closed. You can see closed, closed. That's good. Cold water's onto the unit, hot water's not on yet. So we're going to go ahead and turn the hot water turn the hot water on to the unit.
There we go.
So now water's on, hot and cold water. This is done. So your pump's clean and your cold hose is clean. So now your cleaning equipment has been cleaned. First thing you want to do now that it's done is plug this back in. And in the event that you decide you don't want to unplug this every time, you can just turn this unit off and then run this cord to another outlet somewhere. Okay, so that's good. And then we want to turn the gas on. Now that we have electrical to it and gas to it, you can hear it starting up, making noises. Once it's connecting to the internet. It's a matrix. So as soon as you hear that go off, you can turn that guy back on. Set at 120. You want to test this out, make sure that it's producing hot water. So turn it on. You can hear this thing fire up, and it should ignite. And since this is pretty close, you shouldn't have to wait that long for hot water. At least I think it's pretty close. Maybe it's not. Oh,
No, I
Yeah,
think
that's
you're,
hot.
yep, you're right.
does it usually take a while? Get hot water now?
Like back in the bathroom or even the kitchen, this one usually turns hot pretty quickly.
Okay, so yeah, it's getting on. And then 120 is perfect. You don't need to, I mean, if you feel like you can turn it down some, like this right here, that's full 120, about 5 minutes in with good, healthy, thick skin, you're good. After that, you start scalding. Like I can feel that would start scalding real fast. So you can even turn this down to 115, depending on your showers. If you could hop in the shower and turn it all the way to hot and stand in it, that's a perfect temperature. If you have to mix it with cold water so you don't get burned, turn the water off, come out here, turn it down to 115. Just simply do that. And if you don't like it, turn it back up to 120. But test that out, because otherwise what you're doing is you're using more gas, heating it up higher than it needs to go, and then when it gets over there, you're mixing cold water with it to get it to the temperature you want. Okay, so that'll save you a little bit on the gas. Plus, it's going to be nicer on the unit because it's not going to be heating so long to try and get it up to 120. You'll also get more volume because you're trying to raise the water from 65 degrees to 120, and the more you increase temperature, the less flow or volume you have in the home. If you heat it to 115, you're going to have better volume in the home, so better pressure in there.
Turn it down to 150.
Yeah, so this is...
I mean, I do a mixture of the hot and cold. I don't have it all the way over to the hot.
And then keep in mind that you can only adjust this when the water is off in the home. If it's running, you're locked out of this controller because you don't want someone sitting in a shower and then you go up to 140 and then they're going to get it. So they lock it out. So if you turn this water on, you can't adjust it. But it's just as simple as 150. I had mine set at 110.
Our mom wasn't happy.
Anyway, so that's it.